Hello everyone, welcome to Chasing Adventures. Today we are going to be installing Novsight LED light bar on the 2025 Honda Pilot Trailsport. Alright, so this is a Novsight Rock Series 48-inch single roll dual beam LED light bar. That was a tongue twister. And I've used Novsight pot lights in the past without any issues and they worked great. So I wanted to try their light bar this time. So in this video, we'll take a look at the specs, install the light bar, and test out the light bar at night. So make sure to stay till the end of the video. So in the box, we have the light bar, wiring harness, mounting brackets for side or rear mounting option, and all the necessary hardware. And unlike other typical LED light bars, Novsight uses advanced optical technology, a semi-convex mirror with 26 white and 26 amber color LED, which are effectively focused and projected to near and far areas, providing a wide angle and further range of vision. And each LED is 15 watt LED totaling to 780 watts total and luminosity of 58,500 lumens, and it can illuminate up to 2,395 feet or 730 meters. It has IP68 waterproof rating to be used in any weather condition and has 100,000 plus hours of lifespan. The casing is made out of high-grade aviation aluminum with anti-oxidation and anti-corrosive coating, and a breather to combat heat, water, and mist buildup. And overall dimensions are 48.70 inches long, 2.8 inches wide, and 1.63 inches tall, without the mounting brackets. And it comes with a 5-year warranty. And I'll have the link with discount code in the video description for your convenience. So now that's out of the way, let's get to installing already. So to mount the light bar, obviously we need a place to mount them. We can't just drill holes on the car. So I got these brackets that clamps down onto the roof rail and provides a mounting point for the light bar. But the only issue is that it'll be a sandwich deep inside between the roof and the rooftop tent. And for this light bar to work effectively, which I'll show later while testing the light bar, it needs to be as close as possible to the front of the vehicle. So I got a little creative and I'm going to mount it on the rooftop tent rails by using these Z brackets. And again, I'll have links to all the items you see in today's video in the video description for you guys. And I have some brackets left over for the rooftop tent rail. So what I'll be doing is I'll be mounting the Z bracket onto the rail or rooftop tent rail like this. And then using the rear bracket, it's basically going to be mounted like that. Yeah, when you're modifying cars, you have to be somewhat creative sometimes. Oh, and I also got these bolt and nuts and some washers and locks at Home Depot. And this is 5/16 by 1.5 inch. So I'll basically put this, and then the Z mount will go here. Spacer or washer, locker, and bolt that down. And we're going to grab the rear mounting bracket, slide that bolt, washer, lock, and screw it down like that. And this will be mounted on the back of the light bar. And it'll basically hang like this. So let's actually put this onto the rail and see how well it works. Now this is all in theory, but hopefully it'll work. All right, so the back bracket is on there, so all we have to do is just slide it through the rails. All right, so it's on there now. Now there's a little bit of gap here, up and down, but for the most part, it's on there. This bracket is so shiny, I might have to paint this black later. But it is getting dark and I stepped to wire it, so let's go ahead and wire it first. All right, and this is the wiring harness. Now, the light bar has white and amber color, so it has 2 switches, one for white and one for amber. And that means I have to run this wire into the cabin, which I don't want to. That's why I installed a 8-gang switch panel. So what I think I need to do is connect the wire to the bar first and run the wire all the way down and then splice these open, and I need to ground one and then one each to the switch panel, and that way I have separate switches for separate lights. And you know what, matter of fact, I might have to actually change this whole wiring out because this is not pretty, and this is what's going to be on the outside of the car. But for now, this will do. All right, so I have the positive and the negative terminal connected to the control box. And you know what? It's kind of getting late right now, so I would have to work this out later. But for now, for the sake of this video testing the light bar, I'm just going to run this into the cabin because it is getting late. But everything works. Okay, and this is what it looks like. So we have the white lights. Dang, that's bright. And then the amber lights. And the reason why we wanted the light bar as close as to the front of the car was because of this. So I still have to make some adjustments, but as you can see, the white LEDs are directed straight on to give you that long distance visibility. But if we turn on the amber LEDs, notice how it's angled down, and this is because, well, first of all, amber color will cut through the fog and rain much better than the white LEDs, and having an angle like this will give you better visibility rather than directly lighting it onto the fog or rain. So this is why we wanted the light bar to be mounted as close as to the front of the vehicle. Otherwise, the amber lights will be just lighting up the roof of the car. And we could actually turn on both lights at the same time if you want to. But one thing to note is that the light bar does not have floodlights on the side, so it's very focused light pattern like a spotlight. And this is why I'm going to add ditch lights later on. But for now, let's take a look at some of the nighttime footages. Well, on second thought, I came home and I wired it to the switch panel, so I wanted to show you guys how I did that. So I cut the wires that are connected to the light bar right at the edge of the relays, and now I'm left with these, which we don't need anymore. And we only need to connect 3 wires to the switch panel. One for the white LEDs, one for the amber, and a ground wire to either one of the terminal. And now we have a separate control for each color LEDs. Here's the white and amber, or both. So I just wanted to show you guys that it's possible to run multi-light LED light bar with a single switch panel. And also came with the cover to protect the light bar when not in use. And in some states like California, you need a black cover to be legal when driving on city roads or highways. So this is a nice addition. And now let's take a look at the nighttime footages. All right, so I have the camera setting to manual, so whatever I do to the lights, it won't affect the camera. So I have the headlights on with yellow fog lights. Now fog lights off, fog lights back on. And now here's the Novsight light bar, white and amber, and both on. Now this light bar is very bright and is illuminating far distance. And as I said, it's more of a spotlight, but it does light up the side a little bit too. And here's more from different angles. And here you could clearly see where the light is directed. So the white lights are more of a direct lights, and the ambers are angled down. So I'm very happy with Novsight LED light bar. This will help me tremendously while roaming through the forest roads in the dark. And it's so bright, I don't think I need any more lights. And the way it's designed, it doesn't reflect too much onto the windshield, so I'm very happy with them. So that's all I have for you guys today. And if this video was informative, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel and to follow along on our journey. So until next time, keep chasing adventures, and I'll see you all on my next video.